This is a carbon fiber selfie stick or invisible pole for action cameras. I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, the MSRP on it was $46. They haven't paid me for my review, and my opinions remain my own. Alright, so the box here says BraveHeart Edition Selfie Stick Rotating Locking System, and they basically say you can pull it out 2 sections or you can pull out all the sections, and they have a picture of it here. So let's open it up and see what it looks like inside. Alright, in the box we have a couple of accessory adapters, a little instruction brochure here, a QC sticker, and some foam that held the selfie stick itself. So this is the selfie stick. It says danger attention indicators. It has an electrical lightning bolt signal there, and it says warm prompt, do not screw on the camera violently. So it has at the base a 1/4x20 socket, so you could attach this to something else. And then at the top it has a plastic cover over what I assume is a 1/4x20 stud. Yeah, so there's a 1/4x20 stud. Now it includes a action camera style mount here, along with the screw that would go into that, and that has a 1/4x20 socket in it, and this feels like aluminum here, and so that would screw on there. So if your camera has an action camera mount like that as opposed to a 1/4x20 socket, this comes with the package. Alright, so they say you can pull it out and twist, so that's 1, 2, 3, kind of 4 sections if you count the handle. They also say you can pull out just these sections here, which are 2 sections. And so I think that's the 60 centimeter, and then this here is 120. And so essentially if you twist it, they all unclick and they can go back in. You can pull it out, and then to lock, you twist it the other way, and once you do that, it's pretty rigid here. You know, these little sections, each little section is carbon fiber. It looks like they have plastic rings inside doing some locking action and so forth. So I can push them in if I put a lot of force in there. You kind of have to lock each little section separately to make sure it's not going to push in. But now that I've locked all those sections, they're relatively sturdy. If I really push, they do go in. So, you know, it's not going to hold pounds and pounds of weight. This is definitely for a smaller action cam, you know, maybe a cell phone type setup if you had a cell phone adapter for it, but not, you know, like a super heavy camera. But this is a very lightweight pole for the length you're getting here. Alright, so weight of the pole is 4.62 ounces. That's 131 grams. If you add in this little adapter here, there's an extra 24 grams. So material-wise, this appears to be aluminum. Up here, that appears to be a stainless steel, I'd guess 304 maybe. This guy here is just slightly magnetically attracted. I'd say that's probably 818 stainless steel, and the handle here is aluminum. And then this part of the bracket here is on anodized aluminum as well. And then, of course, the actual poles are carbon fiber. And I don't detect any metal inside any of these joints here on the poles. So I believe most of these locking, latching systems here are plastic. Alright, so it is good to latch each of those separately. You can pull them out and then twist them all. I liked kind of having each click separately, but I was able to get all 3 latched there. You pull it out, and it doesn't make nice clicks for latching on the way out. But when you come in, you can go click, click, and you can feel the 2 of them, and then click a 3rd time for that one there. So there's kind of the 60 centimeter, and then if you pop them all out, you're at the 120 centimeter. So it feels very rigid for the length. You know, these carbon fiber tubes are plenty strong for any small camera you're going to be putting on there. So yeah, I mean, the camera weight is most of the torque on this long arm here at the end there, and so it works just fine for holding that guy out there. You know, this is a good size. It's, you know, kind of a compromise between like a really tall pole to get kind of simulated drone shots. You know, this is kind of more, you know, the handheld selfie stick size, but it is definitely long enough for most of your kind of selfie stick needs. So yeah, holding this guy up, you know, if I held this over my head, I could easily get a 12-foot vantage point. And the 1/4x20 socket on the bottom there lets you add something accessory-wise, like a balancing weight for your selfie stick. Or you could attach this selfie stick to the end of something else. So there's a very small piece of kind of foam rubber around as a ring around this stud so that when you screw something on, it'll grip it and keep it from unscrewing itself. And this machined aluminum kind of GoPro style mount is one of the nicest mounting systems for that I've seen. You know, usually you see those out of plastic, but I'm pretty impressed with that guy. Now, if you want to use a cell phone with it, it's not enough just to have one of these mounts with the 1/4x20. You really need a mount that can be tilted and swiveled a little bit. So you probably want to get one of these cell phone mounts that would attach to the GoPro style so you can kind of tilt it and angle it the way you want. Alright, all in all, I'm pretty impressed with this guy. You know, it's well built, all the parts seem to work very well. Really, I think the only potential weak point are the little plastic locks inside these tubes here. And I think if you're careful with those, they should last a long time. But, you know, it's with any of these expanding multi-sticks, you know, those little locky things in each of the joints is, you know, where you want to be careful with, you know, putting excess pressure on it. But I think if you are careful opening and closing this guy, it should last for quite a while on you. Now, carbon fiber, all aluminum, stainless steel, it's pretty premium materials, and it does have, you know, a higher than typical price. I think the price they're asking is relatively fair for what you're getting here.